How's it going, dudes? A board game is quite a simple prospect to understand. We get out a board and we use it to play a game. But one day, a new idea sprung from the creative well to bring the board gaming world into the future. And baby, the future is now. DVD board gaming is one of the most interesting fads to come out of the 2000s, seeing games start to utilize the magic of DVDs to augment the board gaming experience. This was a massive trend for quite a few years, and as long as DVDs continued to be the main way that people consumed media from home, this was poised to become a staple of the board gaming world. I had to purchase this thing from a garage sale. Yeah, when DVDs began to be aged out, this entire genre vanished off the face of the earth. But for a while there, they were the hot ticket items for anyone looking to impress at game night. And no series better represented the subgenre than the undisputed king of the DVD board game, Scene It. Scene It was the first widely popular DVD board game due to the way it used the proven trivia game format and added a brand new twist. The game focused on movie trivia, and while it included standard trivia cards, it also featured questions that you had to answer by viewing the scenes on the TV via a DVD included with the game, which just absolutely floored people. Okay, for this next question, we need to look at the TV. How do I do that? In addition to these scenes, the game also included other digital challenges not possible from a standard board game, like movie titles that will slowly reveal themselves, characters that will slowly be revealed, and other wacky modes. The game earned praise for its unique use of the DVD aspect to innovate the classic trivia formula, but it was not without its critics. The main negative people would bring up is that the game had a way higher bar of entry than your standard board game. To just play the game, you needed the game itself, a working DVD player, a working television, and access to electricity, while before, all you needed was the game and a lantern and you're good to go. Having to put so much effort into a simple medium like a board game was a tough ask for some people to swallow, especially if you didn't already own a DVD player. So with both sides voicing their opinions, how did the game fare in the retail section? People went absolutely ballistic for this title. In fact, by 2006, the original Scene It alone had sold over 10 million copies and held nearly 75% of the entire DVD game marketplace. That's how you do a monopoly! With this unprecedented success, there is really only one course of action the game's creators could take from here. Milk this cash cow dry. I have found at least 56 different editions of Scene It released over a 9-year period, and that does not take into account expansions to games, which they also made. I thought, what do you mean went overboard with 6th edition in 2 years? These guys put out 12 full games in 2005 alone. With an average of a little over 6 games a year, you know these boys dug up every conceivable property they could get their hands on in order to fill their library. We've got Scene It TV, Scene It Music, Scene It Friends, Scene It pre-Iron Man Marvel, Scene It Seinfeld, Scene It Nick, Scene It Sports, Scene It FIFA, Scene It The OC, Scene It Glee, Scene It Twilight, Scene It Turner Classic Movies, Scene It some German soap opera, Scene It Squabble, which is apparently just Battle of the Sexes with movies, 3 different 007 Scene It's, 4 different Harry Potter Scene It's, and 7 different Scene It Disney editions. Ah! Funny that I mentioned Disney last, as no company leaned harder into this brand new fad than the Disney Company, especially with their properties that inhabited the Disney Channel. Now, I was a Nick kid, so unfortunately I am not very qualified to cover the whack crap goings-on of the Disney Channel board game sphere. Luckily, I do know a duo who is qualified to take on this monumental challenge for me, the DCOM Duo.
Hi, I'm Benji.
And I'm Kelsey.
And we're the DCOM Duo. Ordinarily, we run a podcast where we break down every single Disney Channel original movie. But today, we're here to help show how crazy Disney went with its Disney Channel DVD game tie-ins.
As Cam mentioned, one clear example is Disney Channel Scene It, covering all shows and movies known to the fans of Disney Channel. And honestly, this makes sense. Fans of the Disney Channel may have fun comparing knowledge with each other, and the content is wide enough that it can introduce players to media they haven't seen before. It's nothing too special, but compared to most, we'd say it's a justified version of the game.
But while Disney Channel Scene It is perhaps not a desperate money grab, The rest of Disney Channel's branded games? Well, you can be the judge. In January 2006, Disney Channel saw the premiere of High School Musical. With a star-studded cast, great music, and solid performances all around, the film saw a huge critical and commercial success. What followed was 2 sequels, a spin-off film, a spin-off TV show, 6 video games, a plug-and-play video game console, multiple DVD video games that you play on a DVD player, and at least 16 board games. And that's just what we can find.
Documentation on these products is very mixed, so there may even be more out there.
High School Musical had 3 DVD games, one for each of the first 2 movies, and a third that features the same content from the first 2 games alongside new content from the third movie. All of these are in the line of Mattel DVD game products, the little sibling to Mattel's other franchise, Seen It, which dominated the DVD board game crossover space.
In these Mattel DVD board games, players move around a board by rolling a dice, and depending on where they land, they have to show their skills with the movie. For High School Musical, these tasks involve doing a dance, singing karaoke, answering trivia, or identifying which scenes are actually in the movie.
And honestly, this gameplay loop is more or less the exact same, but with different media franchises across the Mattel DVD game line. Some games are a race to the end. Others, like the Hannah Montana DVD game, are instead about collecting tokens by answering questions to win. All 3 of the Hannah Montana DVD games, that is. Each franchise does change up the categories slightly, adding in challenges such as matching character clothes, making cool poses, and identifying songs played on wrong instruments, the last of which introduced by the Camp Rock Mattel DVD game.
Surprisingly, the 3 High School Musical games, 3 Hannah Montana versions, and 1 Camp Rock game are the only games we can confirm to be real out of the whole line, meaning Disney essentially had Mattel make a whole unique game market just for their Disney Channel output. Disney must have found the DVD game market appealing, as they pushed these games hard. Beyond these Disney Channel games, there were multiple Disney Seen It versions, a Disney Pictionary DVD game, and Disney DVD Bingo. Disney, being Disney, will try to squeeze money out of any trend they find profitable, and DVD board games are no exception.
The DCOM Duo signing out. Thanks for having us on, and back to you, Cam.
While Disney was one of the groups that leaned into the craze the hardest, they certainly weren't the only company to jump full force into the scene, as practically anyone that wasn't pairing up with Seen It was producing their own DVD trivia experience. For example, Trivial Pursuit attempted to reclaim its lost trivia crown with a series of DVD board game releases, although none of them managed to take down the new king. TV shows like The Amazing Race and 24 tried incorporating their themes into the games, with Tar incorporating decisions along with the trivia to shake up the game, and 24 incorporating the timer into one of the worst games ever made, apparently?
Stop a terrorist threat.
Not a total nerd, we've got sports just for you. NASCAR, the DVD board game.
Man, I love this game! It's here, the officially licensed NASCAR DVD board game with hours of race footage and trivia challenges to test your NASCAR knowledge.
Board gaming NASCAR fans, not a big community, but a passionate one. Don't like the cars? Don't worry about it. Take your pick of 3 separate WWE DVD board games, because you think Vince is gonna miss out on this hot action?
What are you waiting for? Get in here.
It's a new game with new rules, loaded with cool WWE footage and trivia. Own the game everyone is playing. The WWE DVD board game, 2nd edition, available now.
I love playing games.
While most games went after the Seen It formula for their DVD content, others saw more potential from the medium, utilizing the DVD in interesting new ways to shake up the gameplay, like how the Candyland DVD game transforms your living room into a living nightmare. Turn your living room into Candyland and watch your home's value plummet in real time. This game doesn't use a traditional board, more spaces you put on the ground while you act as the pieces in the game. The DVD adds various challenges to the game, like King Candy's Gumball Challenge, Grandma Nut's musical moves, and Mr. Mint Says, all elements that wouldn't be possible without the added DVD. This is a game to keep the kids entertained, but it does have some merit as it introduced the playing for fun and playing to win levels of play, which kickstarted the now thriving competitive Candyland scene. Speaking of games people hate, welcome to the show, Monopoly Tropical Tycoon. This Monopoly title sees players duke it out on a new island setting, and shifts the gameplay up a lot in the process, adding several new buildings, mechanics, and a new ending in an attempt to fit fix the Monopoly formula. But what we're focusing on here is what the DVD element adds to the game. After entering the amount of players, the DVD will actually assign jobs to each player, which will carry their own properties and advantages that can be used throughout the game. The DVD also takes the responsibility of giving out chance and community chest cards, but its biggest impact on the game comes in the form of its news reports. The news reports will provide a story for what's going on the island, while impacting one of the players based on their job. Since this mechanic is randomized based on the careers in play, it really works best as a DVD element. In addition to the newscasts adding a lot of personality to the game, they are just a treat to see.
And in other news, the island's beloved football team, the Beach Barnacles, have been in meetings about possibly relocating to a new stadium. Currently, the boys are at the crumbling Pacific Palace, an inadequate facility to say the least. As you know, if you've been to a game, the arena is missing a few minor amenities, such as a food court, parking,
and a women's washroom.
But one of the best DVD board gaming implements comes from a nifty little title called Atmosphere. Atmosphere sees up to 6 players compete to collect 6 keys in order to try to unlock and face their fear, not only before their opponents can, but before the timer runs out as well. See, the game operates on a 49-minute timer, and if nobody can complete the objective before that timer is up, the gatekeeper will emerge, and all players will lose automatically. The game uses DVD implementation in 2 awesome ways, the first being that it constantly displays the timer on screen as it ticks down. The game is already stressful as players are rushing to complete their turns, so having an ever-present timer on the screen definitely exasperates that rushed feeling. But while the timer is going on, the second big part takes place, as the gatekeeper will randomly appear throughout the game to screw with the players and make the game even harder for them.
I want you to tell us all your middle name. Say what? You're kidding me, right? What a stupid name. No wonder you never get any dates.
These gatekeeper encounters are completely randomized thanks to the DVD, so players legitimately have no idea when he may appear to ruin their game, even further adding to the stress of trying to end your turn as quickly as possible. The DVD game made a lot of improvements to the old VHS board game, so it's no wonder why this title managed to use the DVD edition to really add to the game scarily well. Wait, the old what game? You fool. You absolute buffoon. What, you're watching for DVD board games? Buddy, those went out of style years ago. All the cool kids are on the shiny new technology. Video cassette board gaming. Yes, just like how the DVD once reigned supreme, the VHS tape once dominated the home entertainment sphere. VHS board gaming never took off as much as its more advanced counterpart, seeing that in addition to all the negatives present before, you also had to contend with, hey, anybody up for a board game? I just gotta rewind it first. As mentioned before, Atmosphere had a VHS released first, but due to the limited tech, encounters with the gatekeeper couldn't be randomized, making for a much more predictable experience. Despite being less popular, a number of board games using VHS tapes were created to take advantage of the tech. These include several Trivial Pursuit titles, most of which rated really poorly, a bunch of sports titles which used pre-recorded footage to show whether or not you'd score, a bunch of tie-in games like The Three Stooges, The X-Files, The Honeymooners, Wayne's World, and some really cool-looking interactive titles from the Star Brothers. Darn it, another game based entirely around commercials, Candyland, back again, and somehow this time he brought Chutes and Ladders along with him. And this absolute classic based around some terrifying Puppet Man. Awesome, a great gift for the kids. Trauma! But we're not done, for I have just one more game to showcase from the video cassette board gaming era. And oh boy, it is a sight to behold. Our final game of the night is so baffling, so confounding, so mind-bendingly nonsensical that those of you with weak constitutions may want to leave the video. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Rap Rat.
Busted! Y'all ready?
He's in a shopping center now, showing you how. Having fun is the aim. Hey, Rap Rat's the name, the video board game.
Rap, 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 rat!
For kids who just want to have fun, so turn on your set, slide in the cassette and play.
Rap, 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 rat!
It's VHS, it's A-OK, it's kids entertainment that's here to stay. The video board game.
Rap, 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 rat!
So get mellow, get yellow, get the video board game Rap Rat. He ain't no ghost, he's the most. The video board game Rap Rat.
I mean, it's over. It's all downhill from here. So, we've got a lot to unpack and a lot of questions to answer. First question, what am I looking at here? This is the video board game Rap Rat, the 1992 game that sees you try to collect the pieces for and assemble your cheese jigsaw puzzle before you run out of time. The game itself is extremely simple. Just roll the die, and if you roll the right color, you collect one of your pieces to add to your puzzle. That's it. If that was the whole game, we'd be done. We'd be fine. But the game comes with a VHS tape, and on that tape is the real meat of the game, as that is where the creature lives, the Rap Rat.
I'm the rat with Raz and all that pizzazz. I'm plastic and fantastic. I'm your very own rap rat. Yeah! Rat.
This Cryptid is the host of the show and our game master, determining the flow of the game and acting as the timer. See, Rap Rat here lives in a wall of cheese, and if you are unable to finish your puzzle by the time he eats all the cheese on screen, you lose the game. That is, if you ever get to the actual game, because after a minute-long intro of whatever this is...
There are gnomes in your garden, and they play slides on pink electric guitars. Ha! And cats can talk. They just don't want to.
Rap Rat comes onto the screen and just spouts nonsense for nearly 4 straight minutes.
Oh yeah! Now I could be wrong, but I don't think I heard your song. So let's do it once more, and I'll give you a score. Everybody smile, please, and say cheese.
Cheese.
Oh yeah! Right.
After our gracious host has finished introductions, we can begin the game. Rap Rat informs us that the oldest player will go first in Game 1. At least that's what you're supposed to gauge from whatever this demon is saying here.
Now hands up the oldest, cause you are the boldest. What's your name?
Finally, we start the game. Roll the die and then pass it on to the next player and try to collect and assemble your puzzle as the time runs down. As the cheese is eaten, Rap Rat will occasionally butt in to interrupt the game. And based on whoever had the die when he appeared on screen, he will bestow a penalty to that player. These penalties are all over the place. They can be simple stuff like missing a turn or returning a puzzle piece, but then this vermin will sometimes freestyle on this crap and get creative with his punishments. Stop playing and act like a chicken for 20 seconds. Stop playing and put your hands on your head for a full minute, which is 10% of the entire game. Miss an amount of turns equal to your age, or return every single piece of your puzzle. This last one is especially devastating because it happens with 30 seconds left in the round. You just lose. He just says you lose. Why can he do this?
If he asks you to do something, you must do it, because he's Rap Rat, and he's the boss.
After you lose, this cretin comes out and gloats for a straight minute before letting you know that you can either stop the tape now or proceed to the next game in the most horrifying way possible.
If you're tired of losing and taking a bruising, just press stop, and rewind. And I'm on my way, and we'll find time to play another day. But if you want another lashing of rap bashing, ooh, that's smashing, cause I'm gate crashing that arty rap party. I'll just count to 5, but if I'm still around and alive, it will be time to jive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is game 3.
And that is the video board game Rap Rat. At least the board game portion. See, our main villain of this experience has garnered quite the online reputation, featuring his own villain wiki page, and for good reason. See, the Rap Rat has run into some online controversy due to an expose creepypasta that highlighted that the darn thing is haunted by the entity Apparat, which is the real name of the Rap Rat. Which...
That was a big hello. Now it's welcome to my show. So at ease, please, and smile, and everybody say cheese.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. This game is absolutely abysmal. All you do in the game is roll a single die over and over, puzzle pieces come at random and dreadfully slow, and the entire time you are being harassed by a sociopathic rhyming rodent whose occupations are listed as video board game host and demon. If I were to host another worst of all time tournament, the video board game Rap Rat is taking a #1 seed easy. It is not often that you run into a game that is haunted bad. But until then, I'm just glad that I won't have to deal with this creature anymore. Signing off for... What the heck was that?
He's Rap Rat. He's the boss.
He's Rat Rat. He's the boss. He's Rat Rat.
Well, time to move. Thank you for watching, and have a fantastic day. A special thank you to all my patrons over at the deli. If you'd like to join in, every buck will go toward getting me out of my now demon-infested apartment. So join the cause today.